Good blessed throwback Thursday, August the 24th, 2023. It's about 5:11 p.m. I greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessing of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter whether you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you are the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't matter whether you like me, anything I say or do. That's your prerogative. Today, what I want to come to talk about this evening, I want y'all to take a look at this. This comes from the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan here in Charleston, Missouri, Robert E. Bobby Hearnes, the Director-in-Chief of the Police Department. This is something that I found. This is from some incidents that happened 8 months ago. December the 21st of 2022 and December the 22nd of 2022. My security camera showed very clearly that a group of young black individuals shooting fireworks at my house. You see, one of them showed right over here. It showed clearly. It showed clearly them shooting from over here. It showed clearly them throwing eggs. But let me show you, I complained so much to the city council, the mayor, several times. And Robert Hearnes, and the city attorney, the city attorney is a prosecuting attorney. She was Tabitha Thurman Johnson at once upon a time. I don't know what her name is now. I don't think it's Thurman or Johnson. But she's the city attorney. She was a prosecuting attorney. Her and Darren Kane, when they took me to court just for videoing Lester Gillespie right down the street, telling children that I raped children. Now, that's something that ain't true. But they put an outstanding warrant on me. The police officer laid there and went straight to the prosecuting attorney. He didn't go through Bobby Hearnes, you know, on the way that he supposed to went. But Bobby Hearnes knew what he was going to do. Lester Gillespie didn't even call the police. They called him. But look, they prosecuted me. They put an outstanding warrant for me just for exercising my First and 14th Amendment right to the United States Constitution. They arrested me. I had to pay $350 to get out on bond. They tried me and convicted me and gave me 2 years probation. I had a no good attorney. I see he back now after he sold me out, didn't call none of my witnesses. Sam Montgomery out of Cape Barada, Missouri. I went to his father, but his father gave me him, and he didn't call one of my witnesses. I be seeing him in the courtroom now, looking like he's a crackhead or something. Anybody that's letting him represent you, you better watch out. But anyway, to show you how they work, Robert Hearnes, in this letter, in this response, you see it's 2 whole pages. Now, he criticized me and Officer McDermott in this here. He said in hindsight, he said that I should have filed a complaint against the 3rd officer, Wes McDermott, for just writing a field report and not a supplemental report. What, I'm going to file a report against somebody that's out here doing his job better than the chief of police, better than the city manager, better than city council, better than the city attorney? What would I file something against him? He cleared the streets out when Robert Hearnes and his captain and all of his high ranking and the rest of his Ku Klux Klan buddies is out here producing, giving these guys drugs on the streets. You don't see them doing too much busting. But he said that there's nothing that these officers seen, or none of my YouTube showed anything that these individuals were shooting these things directly at my house. You see, I'm not going to play my YouTube videos over again because I know that's a lie. This what he said. He said what his officers did report, me going down a one-way street cussing children out that were shooting at me. Now, if I was cussing children out that were shooting this stuff at me and his officers witnessed this, why didn't his officers stop these children and see if they actually did something? You know why they didn't? Because they didn't see no damn children around that I cussed out. But you see, whether I cussed somebody out or not, a crime was committed. But you see, one thing about you, Robert Hearnes, and if both of them police officers, Kirkendall and the other officers, said that they didn't have no evidence, see, I showed the damage on my car. But you see, that don't make no difference because it's happening to me and it's black on black. But see, one day, Robert Hearnes and the rest of y'all, Tabitha Thurman, y'all see where Darren Cain is at? Y'all see where the judge that falsely convicted me on Lester case, y'all see where he at? He got his doggone behind sitting down as an attorney now because God removed him off of the bench. God removed Darren Cain from ever being able to be a prosecuting attorney here on earth again. I don't give a damn. Don't none of y'all like what I'm saying. I'm just showing you how God gonna work with y'all. You see, Bobby Hearnes, your family is getting real old, just like Mitch McConnell in Kentucky with his racist behind. Your family getting real old. They can't hardly move around. And I know some of y'all don't like what I'm saying. You see, you may be able to not file reports. Is you going to file reports on them two white homeless people? Or is you on Tabitha Thurman Johnson or whatever her damn name is now? Is you going to file charges on them? Because it seems like it's been a long time because I filed it. The incident happened May the 31st. I went down there and filed it on August the 1st. I mean on June the 1st, 2023. Y'all gonna probably look at a way to say, well, we don't have no evidence, nothing about what they did. But you know what? God gonna deal with all of y'all. Y'all ain't been paying attention. You see what's happening to Donald Trump now? Robert Hearnes, that's what's gonna happen to your family. That's what's gonna happen to that city manager family. That's what's gonna happen to Tabitha Thurman family and some of y'all rest of you racist individuals down there in City Hall. And any of you blacks that's taking part of it. You see, what Lester Gillespie did was a crime, but y'all ain't did a doggone thing. I see now West McDermott may be the only one that I can trust, especially if Kirkendall agreed with what Robert Hearnes put in this thing. You see, because Kirkendall told me he looked at the video. Other people looked at the video, and they seen multiple times when these people... See, another thing, let me show you. When Officer Henson and Sergeant Percy Owens came on a call that I called against Barry Boyce and the Gail Easton, I believe it was around January of 2019, when they was out here harassing me and my family, my two young daughters, and then my then dad, elder dad, World War II veteran dad, and I called, and they caught him on camera over here laughing. Robert Hearnes sent the same type of letter saying, well, if you wouldn't have been cussing my officers out, maybe they could have got a complaint. Whether I cussed your officers out or not, but I didn't. You can't show me nowhere I did. I was cussing the Gail and Barry Boyce out, and a cuss them out again if they did the same thing, because I know y'all ain't gonna do nothing. But see, my daughters is old enough now They see what type of individuals is downtown. As long as you individuals down there to be the mayor and the city council allow Robert Hearnes and Tabitha Johnson or Thurman, whatever her name is, to be up under that, y'all just like them. Y'all just like them. But one thing about it, listen, God got me. See, I stand up against wrong. That's why most of the police that come to the police department here in Charleston, Missouri, they leave, because since I've been down here, Robert Hearnes, Captain Anthony Mooney, and Sergeant Percy, the only rank that they have. You know why? Because Robert Hearnes is not even qualified to be a director or a chief of police. So how in the hell is he going to train somebody to be something higher? But one thing about it, Robert Hearnes, all I do is just keep these documents, because you know what? The feds is watching you. See, instead of getting Corey Huxagen, they should have got you, Robert Hearnes. They should have got you and majority of all of them in City Hall. They should have got you in that, that sheriff that we have now. But it's coming. You either that, you know, it's three types of justices. God justice. The justice system, we know the justice system don't work for black individuals like myself. They work for people like Lester Gillespie, Rodney Jones. You see what I'm saying? Steve Betts, and some of these other individuals that's working hand in hand with y'all. But it don't work, the system don't work for me, but God justice and street justice, ooh, there's something else. Look at everybody that I made complaints about. Look at everybody that did me unjust. Go to the cemetery, go in the courtroom and see if that judge still on the bench. No, he on the bench, but he a lawyer now. But I'm going to leave y'all at this here. And I'm going to leave y'all this other crime that Lester Gillespie committed on December the 7th, 2022, and ask him how do they explain him not being arrested. If I get arrested for videoing him for lying to kids, why he ain't getting arrested for barging his way into a house? You want me to tell you why? Because he working hand in hand. But one thing about it, y'all, God got me, Robert Hearnes. All this typing you could have saved. Because one day, I asked God to let me live to see you in the same condition that Mitch McConnell in. He can't even stand up. He done did so much wrong. God done took his mind. You see what I'm saying? Dan Cain can't file no more false charges on me here in the cemetery. Now, I pray that Robert Barker and Carly Poley, I pray that they change their ways and do the right thing, because God, just like God got Darren Cain and that judge, and the way they doing Donald Trump. See, Donald Trump don't like it when them black people, he mad about black judges and black prosecutors coming at his racist behind. Robert Hearnes and the rest of you racist Ku Klux Klans here in Charleston, Missouri, and you sell out blacks, God got somebody that gonna deal with y'all one of three ways: God justice, street justice, or the system. Peace be still.
You get everything you need, sir.
Yeah, is there anything else that you needed?
I'm not leaving my property until we both leave together.
Is there anything else?
I don't even trust her with you.
Is there anything else that you?
Okay, why don't you trust her with me?
First of all, hold on, wait, stop.
You did. This is my house.
You own the house, but you rent it, sir. Stop it.
Listen to me, man. Fred.
Yeah.
Okay, go on, do what you're gonna do.
I'm going to do what I'm doing. I'm taking a report.
Yeah, and I'm gonna call fire. I can call Brent.
Don't do that to him, because he ain't even done nothing. This is what you're doing. You getting on to everybody.
In the way.
But you getting on to everybody.
No,
an assault.
You getting on to
and a
everybody.
burglary, because you can't go into your house if you've rented it to somebody.
Let me tell you what happened, sir.
You barged into the door. I seen it.
The door was open.
Y'all stop.
The door was
The door
closed.
was open, but she was
standing right there. And I asked her, we coming in.
Pushed it open.
You said she was a
Now we
sheriff.
can do this. You can leave, or you can go to jail with me. How about that?
Sir, listen to me, man.
Okay.
I want y'all to look at my security cameras. Look at the date. December the 21st, 2020, at 11:08. p.m. and 24 seconds. I want y'all to see these coward egg throwers. They call themselves the Mafia Crew. Follow this arrow and you will see them. You'll see them walking. They're about to throw eggs at my house. You remember they made the threat. You see that light flash? Put the arrow on them. Y'all see them? They'll come out in a minute. You'll see one of them throwing eggs. You see the flashing. Then you'll see them throw eggs, and then one shot a flare towards my house. This go to show you some of their parents know they ain't at home, know what they doing, and what they need to do is lock the parents up too. That's what they need to do, because the parents unseen what they've been doing. Y'all see that? You see what they're doing? See that light? What they lighting? Now they finna shoot it towards my house. You see the one coward call himself a mafia throwing eggs. You see the other one just shot the flare. But you see what these cowards doing?